Right, in this video we're going to work out the percentage that each student got for each paper by using their total mark as a percentage of the paper here. So let's do it for paper 1 for this student. So equals, I'm going to open a bracket here and I'm going to take the amount of marks that they got and divide it, which is the / in spreadsheets, by the total marks for that paper, and close off those brackets, and then multiply the result of that by 100 so that we get a nice percentage. And I'm going to hit enter. Now you'll notice that we've got lots of numbers after the decimal place here. We're going to fix that in a minute, but I'm just going to autofill this down and we'll get an error here, and I'll just explain why. We've got people getting 111%, which doesn't make sense. And the reason that is because this I3 is changing each time. We don't want it to change. We always want it to stick to this number here, which is how much the paper is out of. So let's do that again. Let's go up here, and instead of just having the I3 here, we're going to put a $ here and a $ here before the I and before the 3. And then I'm going to press enter again. Now the result in this cell won't change, but I'm going to drag that down again and apply that same formula to the rest of them. And now we've got something which looks a bit better. So this person got 28 out of 45. That's about 62%. So let's see how to get rid of these decimal places and just maybe have 1. So at the top here, we've got these buttons for decreasing and increasing decimal places. So let's reduce down to 1. Now, previously when we used the autofill function or the autofill facility, we dragged down and it worked fine. And that was because the cells are relative to each other. Now with this one, the cells weren't relative. We were always wanting to look at this 45 marks as how much that paper was out of. So therefore, we want it to stick to cell I3 once we autofill. And you'll notice that every single one of these now is always looking at I3. However, the relative cell reference here changes as you would expect. Okay, so let's just reproduce that for the second paper. So we got 57 out of 65 and multiply that by 100. I'm going to go back in and make it a absolute cell reference like that. And now I'm going to apply that down to the rest of the cells. Now I could just select these cells and reduce the decimal places manually like that. But another handy feature in spreadsheets is to use the format painter, which I know a lot of you will be familiar with anyway, but it's quite handy because you can just drag and drop that same format across multiple cells. And then you don't have to manually do it. So one more left to do. The overall percentage equals the total number of marks divided by the total number of marks for both papers added together. And we're going to multiply that by 100 and do the same thing.